I want to support the motion and support the amendment as put forward by my colleague Darren O'Rourke here. The proposal put forward in the Grant Thornton report commissioned by the Irish Postmasters Union indicates a 17 million public service obligation contract is the only realistic solution to support the post office network, and I fully agree. That and a serious look at further government services that could be put through the post office network to make it more viable. I mean, there have been concerted efforts over the past number of years to get people on certain social welfare payments to have their payments paid through the bank. It is time to go back to looking at a form of community banking through the post office network, something that is done in many other European countries. That and, as suggested already, payment of, say, the SEAI grants or the application for such, and enhanced delivery services is also something that could be looked at. I come from a village in Cavan called Kinalek, and in January of 2019 its post office was closed. It was one of 5 post offices closed in the county of Cavan at that time, and one of 159 closed nationwide. Now, this is a small village with 80 plus businesses. It's very vibrant, it's got a great hinterland. That wasn't taken into account. The criteria at the time was a settlement of less than 500, its post office would close. It's not reflective of the hinterland, it's not cognizant that it's a service, it's not just something that's about making profit. It forced businesses and individuals to go elsewhere for their financial needs. And this was a knock-on effect from the Ulster Bank closing in 2013, and then the Credit Union in 2016, and then the An Post in 2019. So it's meant a loss of business to the village. It's also had a serious impact on people, because there's many elderly people in the locality who don't have transport and had to find another way of going to a different village to collect their social welfare payment. Many of them were in tears on the day that the post office closed. There were also many foreign nationals living in the area who depended on the post office and again had no transport to go elsewhere, and they were left at a loss. And they are people who use the post office on a regular basis. Like, we invest in rural Ireland and we are talking about revitalising our villages and our towns, but yet we are draining people away from rural Ireland by closing the services that they need. So by putting money into the An Post and putting the money into and keeping post offices open would be the best way to keep rural Ireland open as well. I don't want to see what happened in Kinalek be allowed to happen anywhere else. More services need to be put into the post office and more investment needs to be put into the post office. So I support the motion.